Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. In today's video, let us see Bayes theorem which finds applications in fields like machine learning, data science, artificial intelligence, so on. Statement of Bayes theorem. If E1, E2, etc. En are set of exhaustive and mutually exclusive events associated with a random experiment, and A is another event associated with EI, that is A contained in union I equal to 1 to n EI, such that P of A greater than 0, we have P of EI given A equal to P of EI into P of A given EI divided by summation I equal to 1 to n P of EI into P of A given EI. Before proving Bayes theorem, let us prove theorem on total probability. That is P of A equal to summation I runs from 1 to n P of EA into P of A given EA. Let us look at the Venn diagram. Given E1, E2, etc. En are exhaustive and mutually exclusive events. That is E1, E2, etc. En are set of all possible outcomes of an experiment such that union of all EI is the whole sample space S, and if you take any two E1, CI and EJ, they are disjoint. Now let us take any event in the union EI. Then A equal to A intersection union EI, that is same as union of A intersection EI using distributive law. We know that A intersection EI which is contained in EI are mutually exclusive events. Then P of A equal to P of union I equal to 1 to n A intersection EI. That is same as summation I equal to 1 to n P of A intersection EI by addition law of probability. That is same as I equal to 1 to n P of EI into P of A given EI by definition of conditional probability. Now let us prove Bayes theorem. P of EI given A equal to P of A intersection EI divided by P of A, which is same as P of EI into P of A given EI divided by P of A. That is P of EI into P of A given EI divided by summation I equal to 1 to n P of EI into P of A given EI by using theorem on total probability. Remark. The probabilities P of E1, P of E2, etc. P of En are called a priori probabilities because they exist before we get any information from the experiment itself. The probabilities P of A given EI are called likelihoods because they indicate how likely the event A under consideration is to occur, given each and every a priori probability. The probabilities P of EI given A are called posteriority probability because they are determined after the results of the experiment are known. Example 1. If a coin is tossed and when it shows a head, then a single die is thrown and the result is recorded. If the coin shows tail, the two dice are thrown and their sum is recorded. What is the probability that the recorded number will be 2? Solution. Here we have two cases. When a single die is thrown, then probability of getting number 2 equal to 1 by 6. That is, the total number of outcomes is 6 and favorable number of cases is 1. Say case 2. When two dice are thrown, the possible outcomes are S equal to both dice are showing 1 and first die 1, second die 2, so on. We have 36 number of possible outcomes. When two dice are thrown, the sum is 2. That is possible only when both dice are showing 1. So probability of getting outcome as 2 equal to 1 by 30. Now we apply theorem on total probability. Probability of getting 2 equal to P of coin showing head into P of getting 2 given coin showing head plus P of coin showing tail into P of getting 2 given coin showing tail. That is equal to 1 by 2 into 1 by 6 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 36. That gives the answer as 7 by 72. Example 2. A box contains 10 white balls and 3 black balls. Another box contains 3 white balls and 5 black balls. Two balls are drawn at random from first box and placed in second, and then one ball is taken at random from the latter. What is the probability that it is a white ball? Solution. Two balls are transferred from first box to second box. The following are the cases. Two balls which are transferred is white, or it may be black, or it may be one white and one black balls. Let E1 be the event of drawing two white balls from the first box. E2 be the event of drawing two black balls from the first box. E3 be the event of drawing one white and one black ball from it. E1, E2, E3 are exhaustive and mutually exclusive events. Then probability of drawing two white balls from the first box equal to 10C2 divided by 13C2. Here the possible number of outcomes is 13C2, that is out of 13 balls from the first box we are drawing 2. That can be done in 30C2. Unfavorable case, here 10 white balls, out of 10 white balls we have to draw 2 white balls. That can be done in 10C2. Similarly, probability of E2 equal to 3C2 divided by 13C2, and probability of E3 equal to 10C1 into 3C1 divided by 13C2. After simplification, we get P of E1 equal to 15 by 26, P of E2 equal to 1 by 26, P of E3 equal to 10 by 26. Let A be the event of drawing a white ball from the second box after transferring two balls from the first box. P of A given E1 equal to P of drawing a white ball given two white balls are transferred from the first box. P of drawing a white ball given box 2 contains 5 white and 5 black balls. Initially in box 2 we have 3 white balls and 5 black balls. After transferring 2 white balls from the first box, it becomes 5 white and 5 black balls. That is equal to 5C1 divided by 10C1, that is same as 1 by 2. Similarly, we find P of A given E2 equal to 3 by 10 and P of A given E3 equal to 4 by 10. By theorem on total probability, we get P of A equal to P of E1 into P of A given E1 plus P of E2 into P of A given E2 plus P of E3 into P of A given E3. When we substitute the value, we get the answer as 59 by 130. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.